Good morning. Happy Monday. How are you, friends? It is Monday, the 8th of July. Tanja here, peak performance specialist for real estate professionals that really want to grow themselves and their business in the least amount of time. Kate Ashton, you never let me down. Boom, shakalaka, straight out the gates here on Facebook and Instagram, just because you like to cover both bases. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. Kate, for anyone that tunes in and wants to know how your first round of door knocking went last week, why don't you type in, if you're not typing, type and what you produced. Karen George, always a pleasure to have you tune in to Mindset Mastery Monday, my love. Good morning. I hope you're bright and shiny and ready and feeling very ready for this week. I spent the weekend really cleansing my atmosphere, cleansing my office, my space, my home, myself, and really set some intentions for this week and prepared for today. So it's always a great way to start the day. Kate says, hip pip, it's hip pip, never heard that before. It's Monday, door knocking morning. Look out, it's door knocking morning. Happy Monday to you too, Karen. So how was your door knocking from last week, Kate? You had a lot of resistance in the coaching session, set you a challenge for the 2 weeks. What were the results that you produced? She says here, it was great and didn't scare me too much, and I'm doing it all again. Awesome. Yes, well, please, as you know, you've got accountability, so you've got to let me know how you go tonight. But here we are, tuning in. Joanne Dank, one up in the Sunshine Coast, up where it's warm. How are you, my love? Good morning. Let's have a follow-up conversation today about what we were talking about last week. All right, so it is Mindset Mastery Monday. Sometimes I have a set intention that I share, and other times I just have Open Mic Monday where I throw to you. And this is where you type in your cues and I provide my best days. So that's what I want you to do. Whether I coach you or not, I want you to seize this opportunity to get some complimentary coaching for yourself. I've got a couple of questions that were sent in to me over the last few days. I will start with those, but I really want to answer as many questions that you have. Now, if you're in real estate or not in real estate, it's going to be beneficial for you. It can be personal or professional. You can share as much as you're willing to want to, and the whole intention is to give you either an insight, an access, a different approach, a different perspective, whatever that you're dealing with. And let's just fly, all right? Let's just solve as many problems as we can online. Carney Paris is in the house. Good morning, Carney. Welcome to Mindset Mastery Monday. Kim is in the building. We love it. In the building, that's not really what's happening, but anyway, in the cosmic building of Mindset Mastery. So Open Mic Monday, this is where you send me your cues. I provide my best A's. Let me go and have a look at what were some of the questions that I've been sent through already. Erin, good morning to you. Welcome. Great to have you here. Now, if you're on Facebook or Instagram and you're watching live right now, please type in live, say g'day to each other. We had some interaction amongst each other last Friday, which was just gorgeous. So this is a tribe. This is a community. I want to really build this. I don't want this to be a static thing or a thing where it's just me and you. Like, let's all contribute to each other. So if people do ask questions and you've got something that you've done before that you think works really well, go some words of wisdom as well. Lance, g'day Lance in the house. Great to have you here. Greg's tuned in as always. Always great to have you here. Morning, darling. Driving, so in listening mode. Well, you be safe driving. Carney Paris up there, also in the Sunshine Coast. Keen to hear how your recent retreat went, your CEO retreat. All right. First question. When selecting staff, if you're down to 2 people, what and you're unsure of which way to go because they've both got strengths and weaknesses, what do you do? So this is a question I got during the week, and my advice here is, and this is my advice if you really lack clarity in anything or any area, paper exercise. And that just, that's just the old-fashioned morning, Erin. White paper, line down the middle, positive and negative, and just dump what are all the positive things about this person or this brand or this job or this opportunity, and what are all the negatives or the cons, pros and cons, positives and negatives. And if you've got 2 people that you're interviewing and you can't decide, you obviously do one each. Getting it out of your head and off your chest and onto paper creates what's called a disassociated relationship, meaning you can separate yourself from it and just look at it, separate to yourself, which in itself can provide great clarity. Then you can look at, well, what's obvious? When I look at the two sheets in comparison, what's obvious? G'day, Jackie Bailey. Congratulations on hitting a record auction price down there in Adelaide and getting some great publicity as a result. Well done. Bailey's Real Estate is kicking some serious gold down there. Good team. So what's obvious? What are the longer columns of the list? A. B. What are the benefits of each person and what are the risks to the business? And C. You really so first of all, do the white paper exercise. B. And you've had a look at that, you've seen what's obvious. B, if you're really unsure, I highly recommend you contact a friend of mine, Julie Davis from Agent Dynamics. They specialize in personality profiling and they will help you identify whether the person is actually the real deal with what they're saying they can do and what they do innately, because anyone can create a great CV, right? And you really want to identify whether they have the skills. And the other half of Bailey's Real Estate has tuned in, Stephen Bailey. I miss you guys. Good morning. Can't wait to see you soon. So anyone can say great things on their CV, but you really want to do the test. And the Agent Dynamics see clearly, and you can use this if you're not in real estate as well, clearly the innate skills that that person brings to the table, the role in your team. So you can ensure that all the things that they say they can do, that they're in flow doing that. For example, I'm in flow when I'm working with others, creating, illuminating, opportunities for people and supporting people. I'm not in flow if I've got to go and do admin, logistical detail stuff. That will slow me down because it's not what I love to do. And I can do it. I'm actually really good at it, but I don't love it. And it's not really the best use of my time. Brendan Seraph, good morning. And Taylor, great to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. It is Mindset Mastery Monday. It's where you ask your Qs and I provide my A's. I would love to see one question jump up on here on Instagram if you're not driving, or here on Facebook. So please type it into the comments. What is your question? What are you concerned about, stressed about? So the way exercise, and you've done the personality profile to see that the innate talents and skills that that person brings to the role is going to be a direct match for the KPIs and the action performance indicators you need fulfilled. And then the third step to choosing someone, if you're worried or you're trying to get it right, trust your gut. Your gut is when you give up thinking. How many times have you had an intuitive hunch about something or someone, whether it's hiring someone, firing someone, starting a relationship with someone? Erin, go you. You've sent a message. What do you do when you just have no energy? Beautiful. I'll come to that next, and then I've got a few more on the board, and I'm going to answer your questions online as a priority to the ones that were sent in to me because you're here right now. And Karen's got one. I get so excited. It's like opening Christmas presents early. Trust your gut. They might have the best skills. They might, write the best CV, but if you don't get a resonance, if you feel a connection, like I'm a business for my business, I had someone reach out. They sounded really great, and when I spoke to them, they were kind of stressed and they had kids in the background, and the way they handled themselves on the call, I thought, oh, I don't know that they're going to be the right fit, because I don't want my clients to have that experience. And it was reality, and it was real, and it was normal, and there's no judgment. It was just, my gut was like, I don't know. So if you don't know, if you're not certain, then don't go ahead. So hope that makes sense. If you're not sure, white paper, particularly if you're employing someone, Agent Dynamics, get Julie Davis on the case, and finally, trust your gut. Erin says, what do you do when you just have no energy? Got it. Here's my response to that, Erin. Have a look at what's the source of your drain of energy. You're an energetic being that has 4 bodies: the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. So you can actually ask yourself, which door do I need to go down? No, let's go to basics. By the way, this is brilliant for everyone. So Erin, bloody great question. Physically, am I getting enough sleep? Am I eating the right food? Am I hydrated? Am I looking after myself? Mentally, Am I stressed about something? Is there something incomplete? Am I worried about things that have happened in the past, or am I anxious about things that might happen in the future that haven't happened yet? Am I stressing myself out, which will absolutely impact your physical energy? Emotionally, am I holding on to baggage of the past? Am I not processing my emotions and feelings? Am I not acknowledging how I actually genuinely feel about stuff? Am I suppressing it? Emotion is just energy in motion. And if you don't let your energy have some motion, if you don't cry when you need to, if you don't rest your body's telling you, you're going to be incongruent with your true self, and your body will let you know. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to rest. You know, it's actually okay to listen to yourself, but that's a big one. And then spiritually, am I fulfilled? Am I doing stuff that lights me up, or am I just on Groundhog Day? So Erin, if I was to ask you, and I'm happy to go deeper because I think this question is of service to everyone, if you look at which doorway you need to enter, is it physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, when you ask yourself those questions? And if you're unsure, check in with your intuition and then type in which one it is, and I'm happy to give you a little bit more advice on that. But I love that question. I think that could be a whole Mindset Mastery Monday session. Karen George, my question is, how to find your new, my contacts are going blurry, new hobby. I have a family and sport looking to find something new to involve out help me feel invigorated again. That is amazing. You're very welcome, Erin. Did you get something for yourself, or do you need to go deeper into one of the four? And out of curiosity for myself and everyone else, which one of the four do you think is the one you need to focus on? Karen, great question. You're the second one that person that's asked me that. I'm just going to move so you can see me a bit better. Second one person that's asked me that this morning, and someone asked me yesterday. Someone else was, I don't have a hobby. I love what I do, and always find my out of work activities involve property. Is that odd? It's not odd if you're passionate about property, as long as you're not becoming too one-dimensional, meaning that your life isn't all about one thing. And I love what I do too. So I have a tendency to kind of be a workaholic because it just doesn't feel like work for me. So it's really, really important that we are a holistic, well-rounded person. Otherwise we start to, I think, just get a bit stale. And you also, as you're putting here, Karen, you need some inspiration. If you look, similar with Erin. Good morning, Brooklyn. If you look at the wheel of life and the 8 different categories, you've got health. So you like sports, so you're doing some activity around health. The second one is wealth. Are you passionate or interested in, financial freedom or learning about wealth? And so then you could go do some courses or online programs around that. Families and friends, maybe you don't need another hobby. Maybe you just need some quality time with the people that you love, and weekends away, or some special dates or play dates with, those that you care about. Then the next piece would be hobbies, passions, and interests, which is more specifically what you're asking about. What do you enjoy? And just for the fun of it. So my medicine is dance. If I don't dance, I'm like a tree without water. I will just shrivel up and die. It's my connection with source. It's where I get out of my head and into my body. And it's a really authentic way that I express myself. It's like me truly in my heart. So I do my medicine. So what do you love? Do you love knitting? Do you love scuba diving? Do you love scrapbooking? Do you love reading? Ask yourself what you love. And if you are unsure what you love, and I find this happens a lot, people just like, I'm not unsure what I love, then try out different things. Give yourself an opportunity. A game I had of a friend of mine that has a theme for every new year. When he turned 40, he said, I'm going to do 40 new things for this year. And he just did 40 new things. Some things he really loved, some things were stupid, some things he'll never do again. But put yourself out there and just go and do a cooking class, or go and do a 6-week Latin dance class, something that's going to give you some inspiration, or at least try. So ask yourself, what do you love? Then you've got personal development. So maybe it's about unlocking greater awareness or skills for yourself. You've also got relationships, so your significant other relationships, family, so do together, dance class or cooking class or scuba diving, whatever it is. Then you've also got your business, right? But we're going to talk outside of the business, but maybe there's a hobby connected to your business. And then, of course, spirituality. Is it time for you to dive deeper into expanding your consciousness and learning more about quantum physics or the law of attraction? Or that's where I'm at the moment, really expanding my awareness around that. So have a look at the wheel of life and have a look at where do you feel that you're unhappy or unfulfilled, and what action could you take that would inspire you to try something new. It is really important, Karen, I believe, and everyone else that's listening and watching, that you're a whole person and you're not pouring yourself into one thing, because we do need inspiration. I, at the moment, and I'm doing a lot of spiritual activities. So cacao, dance rituals, sweat lodges, just because that's what I'm interested in. I do have before. Even though I haven't even done them yet. I'm having a shamanic healing on Wednesday, just because I feel that there's residual epidural energy in my body from 17 years ago when my eldest daughter was born. So when you work on your consciousness, you get a lot more connection with your intuitive intelligence, and your body will start telling you what it needs. And that's what's happening to me a lot right now, because I'm amped up my meditation. So Karen, does that help? And similar to Erin, where in the wheel of life would you focus on to get some inspiration for hobbies, passions, and interests? Me too, dancing. Oh yeah, dancing is the jam. I love 5 rhythms. That's my go-to. Good morning, James. Great to have you here. All right, Erin says probably comes from stress and worrying about not being good enough. Erin, you are the divine DJ of your life. You have 2 frequencies you can broadcast from. Soul FM, which is your kick-ass playlist, Frank Sinatra's I Did It My Way, or Ego AM, Shitty Talkback Radio. Erin, you, like me and the rest of our friends online right now, we have 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day. 90% of them are the same negative regurgitated thoughts as yesterday, and 85% of those thoughts that are regurgitated are negative. So you have to become aware what you're thinking, because what you think about, you become about, and what comes about. We literally manifest our reality by virtue of our thoughts. And if we're thinking this, you can see I'm getting fired up, because this is one of my favorite topics, right? Everything you think about comes about. So Erin, interrupt the thought. You are in a loop, in a pattern. Everyone thinks they're not good enough. That, from all the coaching I've done in 20 years, you our blood is red. What we share is we all believe we're not good enough. Some 2%, some 100%, and everything in between. It's not a useful belief, Erin. Believe me, I've tried it for years, and it will always be there. So the best thing you can do is stop it. Stop telling yourself you're not good enough, because it's not a useful belief, and you're a freaking miracle that you're even here. It's time to own your throne and start programming way more positive thoughts into your belief system, because that will absolutely impact your energy. Every single cell in your body, my friends, receives the signal. It's like a satellite. It receives the message of your thoughts. So if you're thinking shitty thoughts and telling yourself you're not good enough, every cell in your body is a receptor, and your body is getting a message. It's not good enough. Guess what's going to happen to your energy? Guess what's going to happen to your immune system? Guess what's going to happen to your way down? So it's time to tell yourself a way more empowering story. Make sense, my friend? Lloyd Hillard in the house, 23-kilometer ride, my friend. Look at you, smashing it, getting ready for a ride, perhaps. It is, James, as I said before, and Lloyd, Mindset Mastery Monday. I want some cues, please. I want some director cues. I want some leading agent cues. What's on your mind? What's keeping you up at night? What are you challenged by? How can I serve you? Ask your question. Helps greatly. Thank you with all my heart, Karen. Mwah. Tell me which one is speaking to you that you'd like to actually explore. I'm very keen. Jackie and I are doing some clearing tomorrow. Hallelujah. My friends, if you want to talk about energy, Erin, I've just completely cleansed my house. The vibration of this house is off the charts right now. I'm very, very super sensitive to energy. So if there's old energy or dust or the place isn't clean, it's really impacts me. If you want to amplify your energy, clean the environment that you spend your time in. And I'm talking behind the doors, skirting boards, cobwebs, like just cleanse it. Watch what happens to the field that you're in. Also, your car, your garage, your wardrobe, your drawers, your files. Organization means you waste less time looking for stuff, and it's an amazing way to amplify your energy. So great, good job there. All right, next question. Someone's asked, I've moved from one brand to another. Should I have two Facebook pages? So this person sent me a message last week saying, I've moved from one brand to another, and I haven't started a new business Facebook page. I'd like, I'm thinking, but should I just have a personal page? What are your thoughts? Everyone has different opinions. I'm keen to know. What do you think? I've got my opinion here, but just type in on Instagram or on Facebook if you're not driving. Do you think, or what do you actually type? You have a personal/professional or personal business Facebook page, or do you just have one? And if it's just one, write business or personal. I'm really keen. Michelle, g'day Michelle, great to have you here, my love. Thanks for joining. Who's here? Matt, g'day Matt, thanks for joining in. Please type in live if you're watching live right now, or type in record if you watch the recording. One business page, Facebook and Insta. So one business page on Facebook, Insta, and then you have a personal page. Yeah. I'm keen to know, if you're on Facebook, what do you have, both a personal and business Facebook page? Kate Ashton, have business page for professional and have a personal one, but this isn't for business. Yeah, great. My personal opinion on this, and I'm not masterful at social media, but here's my opinion. Live, hey beautiful, happy Monday. Hey beautiful, right back at you, Michelle. Here's the thing. I think you should have both. I think you need a personal business Facebook and a business. Doesn't mean though that you need to be two different people, and on your business page you're a cardboard cutout and you're trying to be all professional, and on your personal page you can be a little bit more loose. It'll have a different narrative, but what we know from research is that people want real and raw. They don't want polished and perfect. And there's a number of clients that I'm coaching at the moment whose social media sites are just, it's kind of like a thing that's over there separate. They don't know you. And as soon as they post a personal post, they have a higher level of engagement. Great. So I think if you're in business, you must have a business Facebook page, period. If you don't want a personal page, don't worry about it. If you're like, nah, it's a waste of time for me, I don't want to be posting the smashed avocado I'm having on a Sunday, I don't want to worry about that stuff. Don't take time. I recommend both. So business, you want to make sure that you have a strategy, that there's content that you post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday that's different on the days. You want to make sure that you're connecting with all the local businesses in your area, writing comments and sharing any promotions that they have on their business page. Say, go and see our friends at Silk Hair Salon. They've got a, kids free haircut night, Thursday night, or whatever it is. And all of a sudden you're becoming a brand ambassador for those local businesses who are going to become aware of you. Also, obviously in real estate, you can do Facebook ads and boost them to a particular audience or for a particular location, so you can increase your chances of connecting to the right people. So there are lots and lots of benefits. Don't go posting you drinking half-price margaritas on a Friday night on your business page, because as our friend Steve Carroll says, a lot of people are interviewing you online for that call, which is what I'm doing at for agents to sell our investment properties. So don't go posting crazy stuff on your business page, but post real authentic stuff, because people buy people, not products. Now, equally on your personal business page, g'day, Sam, great to have you here, my friend. On your personal page, also be mindful of what you're posting there, because people will check your business and your personal page. Like, it's called the digital interview, again, especially when you're hiring someone. What they tell you in their CV, if they tell you they go and volunteer for orphanages in Cambodia, and then you go to their Facebook page and it's just full of, nightclubs and festivals and bush doofs, then there's nothing on there, I don't know, maybe they're not telling the truth. You're going to annoy your friends if all you post on your personal page is real estate stuff or business stuff. They want to know how you are and how your life is. So short answer to that question is, I believe both. If you purposes, but don't be a different person. Still be you. I'm still very much me on my business page. I need to do a lot more work on that. So I'm going to practice what I preach. Yeah, so just be you. Whatever you do, be you. But I would say too. Simon Cry is here. G'day, Simon. And Sar Bentley. Sar Bentley, we're doing a webinar today, my love. Can you just share on the page what the webinar is, what time it is, and how people can get involved? Because I think it's live, isn't it? Is it live, or we're doing a pre-record? Because if it's live, so I want to give this a plug and let people know that they can tune in. If it's a pre-record, then we can let them know how they can get a copy of it and what's it about. So Sarah, if you're not driving, can you please type in what we're doing today? All right, any other questions that you want to type in here on Instagram or here on Facebook? I'll go for a few more minutes. So this is what's keeping you up at night. What are your concerns? What are you worried about? What's blocking or stopping you, that I can just provide a different perspective and get this different. All right, I've got someone here. They say the time to sack someone is the first time you think it is. Is it the same for a brand that I joined 12 months ago? So this person wrote in that they joined a new real estate brand 12 months ago. They're not happy. They're not happy with the standards of the brand. They're not happy with the lack of leadership, resources, training. They're just not happy. So the question is, if you're thinking of sacking a person in your team or leaving a brand, is that the time you should go because you're thinking about it? Well, look, yes and no. Here's something I see a lot as a coach, okay? When we're not happy in our job, in our business, in a brand, in a relationship, in a situation, what's the first thing we typically do? We typically point the finger and we blame others. We blame the thing, the brand, the lack of this, the lack of that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that's perspective. I'm really about having emotional intelligence and looking at how can you transform the thing that you're not happy with, even if it is a brand that you've been working on. Hey, Kylie Charlton, nice to have you here. Perfect. So even if it is a brand that you are not happy with, what can you bring to the table? What have you shut down that you've abdicated responsibility to contribute something? Where are you hoping someone else is going to bring some goods to the table for you? Because I have a belief that you should never underestimate the contribution that you can be to another, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business, whether it's a brand, or whether it's a role. And when we point the finger at other people and we don't kind of go, yeah, well, I'm not happy about those things. It's critical. You want to do a white paper exercise on that as well. But then you must look at the three fingers that are pointing back that say, it's me, myself, and I. Ask yourself, where have I taken my foot off the pedal? Where am I shutting down? And what would be possible if I wrote down all my ideas that I have for this brand and I actually presented them? And if you do that, if you present your ideas and they're not really well received or not valued or appreciated, then you want to really ask yourself, is this the place for me? And you might not have what's called goal congruency. Maybe you and the brand that you joined that you thought would be great 12 months ago don't see eye to eye, don't sing from the same hymn book, and don't, bang on the same drum. Maybe there's just not a resonance. And if I know anything that's going to have people unhappy is if there's no congruency and no values alignment from the top. Because you get being trying to stuff and change strategies down here, but if there's no congruency from the top, from the leadership, and there's not an environment where you can contribute your ideas, I've never really seen it work. That's my honest feedback. So you don't underestimate your ability to influence. Don't quit and give up, because then you don't realize your potential. Maybe you have ideas that will help shape shift the whole brand, but you got to be willing to do the work, make the inquiry, and share your ideas. So I hope that helps. So I've answered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe 7 questions so far. Let me know. I'll stick here for a little bit. Which one was most important to you? Which one did you get the most out of? If you're sitting there, you're like, oh, I really have this question, but I'm too scared to ask. I'm too shy to ask. I don't want to type it in. Then you must ask it, right? So don't hold back. I'm completely here for you. This is the second of the. Can you this week gone? How's the market for you? How are you in your business? That's what I want to know. If I don't get any questions in the next minute, I'm going to sign off for Mindset Mastery Monday. I'm going to let you start your amazing week, but I am keen to know, how was your first week of the financial year? How's your mindset? Are you empowered and positive? And do you believe that you can create your reality for this financial year? Or is it stuck and negative and disempowered? And are you like, I really need to get myself out of this space because it's only the second week of the financial year? Where are you at? Write it in. Empowered or disempowered? Agathor. Hello, Agathor. Where are you tuning in from, my friend? What location are you in? So, I'm keen to know. Are you empowered or disempowered? Who's going to be the first person? Or is it like, insert the sound of the crickets here? Are you all listening and driving and can't type in? Empowered, of course you are, Kate Ashton. You have daily practices to do that. Physical exercise being one of them. Empowered, look at that. Kylie's double empowered. Good, I'm glad. If you're not empowered, it's okay, but just don't stay disempowered because it'll impact you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Good to hear you're empowered, ladies. So my friends, I'm going to leave it there for Open Mic Monday. Please, if you ever have a question and you want it answered, this is free live peak performance coaching. So I know many of you may not have the resources to invest in a one-on-one coach, but I don't want that to be the reason why you can't be resourceful and get some support for yourself. I wish you a beautiful week. I'll be back here 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday to share the top key coaching themes. Rapid tips. Thank you for choosing to spend your time and energy with me. Please, I'm here to be of service to as many people as possible. If there's people that you know don't know about this, do them and me a favor. Tag them in Facebook, tag them in, let them know. I never want people struggling unnecessarily. I might not be their flavor, and that's okay, but at least let them know that I'm here so they can choose for themselves, all right? Because, you know, different strokes for different folks. I absolutely get that. Joanne is empowered. Yes, you are. All right, my friends, I love you. Go well. Have an amazing week. Send me your questions for any time. There's no time that you can and can't, just whenever the question is there for you. And remember, as always, in the words of the late great Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Thanks for making me feel great by tuning in. Sar Bentley, I didn't get from you. I'm not whether the webinar is live. So I'm doing a really great webinar with Realm and also Rock End, and it is unpacking the importance of being a relational agent, not an transactional agent, like the art of great service. So tune in for that. We'll make sure we share the link because, listen, in this time of swipe left, swipe right, swipe up, swipe down, it's time we connected and served heart to heart, especially in this industry. Ask people to share the live. Kylie, what a great question. I mean, what a great statement. You've been super supportive of this work. Thank you. Yes. You know, I think maybe I'm a little shy asking for help, but I would love your help sharing this platform with people. If you can share this live, that would be great. If you can tag people, that would be great. Sharing it on your page makes it more visible. So yes, Kylie, that's great to get comfortable in people to share this stuff, because ultimately it's to help people break through what's getting in their way and to help them live an extraordinary life. Why wouldn't we want to share that? So Kylie, thank you for your support. Really great idea. I love you. Have a great week. Go well. Thanks in advance if you choose to share this. Thank you for all the people that you choose to tag. I can't wait to be of service to the people that you care about, and look forward to seeing you 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday this week for Rapid Fire Friday. Mwah! Much love. Go well. Have a brilliant week. Bye to our friends on Facebook and Instagram. Take care, guys. See you soon.